Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. This is a video that I should have made like a long ass time ago, and I don't know why I haven't made it. I don't know if that was picked up because I'm like, it is daytime in Texas. Wow, I'm just over here about to just yap. All right, okay, so hopefully also the audio is better. The video that I'm gonna post after this, my video was kind of glitchy. But before that video, I want to release this video, which is weird because I'm making it after it because I haven't really made it because I didn't know how to kind of come back to y'all. It's been a minute. It's been 3 years since I've actually genuinely recorded a video. Like, yeah, I've been streaming here and there before then, and some people have been to the streams, but I haven't really recorded anything permanently. But I haven't, pressed the record button in such a long time that it's like unusual. I've been trying to like pick up on editing and stuff like that too. It's definitely like therapeutic in a way, so that's something that I actually like enjoy. But as y'all know me as BC Gen, BC Generation, you guys already know my name. You guys can find it anywhere. I'll just adjust my name as Brandon. Here, let me move this too. Let me get that down there. Either from school, you met me from the stream, you met me from just like videos. I don't even know how y'all know me, you know what I mean? You're just watching the video. Somewhere along those lines, you're like, okay, I want to see this guy succeed. I want to see this guy do well in content creation. I want to see this guy like entertain, which I would love to too. But there's a lot of things that you have to work up towards before getting into that, which I'm gonna go and talk about right now. So like I said, it's been 3 years since I recorded a video. Since recording videos, since starting this stream, you guys always knew that I lived with my grandpa. You guys, a lot of people knew my situation, like living with my grandpa, and like what put me there, what led me there. And as you guys knew, my grandpa BC, you guys knew Papa BC. He was like my best friend, like my emotional support person. He was a person where like I could like go to him and not think about his reaction at all. I could go to him and like not be anxious of what I was gonna say, and after he passed, holy shit, it's like weird, like because like usually when I talk about it I don't cry, but like the fact that like there's a camera on me, I don't know why that's because I'm crying, or I don't know. It's also been a minute since I've really like talked about it. But yeah, after he passed, I was either forced to stay where he passed or move out. Cutting this video, I know is gonna be so shit. Like I already know, because like the more you stutter and the more you mess up, the more you gotta like edit, which I don't mind. Like like I said, it's therapeutic, but it's like I really gotta like edit this video instead of staying where it's not where he passed, but like instead of staying in the living place where he passed, I decided to move. That was like the ultimate decision. It's kind of weird because that's where all it sprouted, where everything sprouted until now. I could have chose to live where he at our apartment. I could have chose to kind of choose that path, and looking at it now, it might have been like a good choice, but I decided to move out because after when somebody passes and like you live with one person, and you live with that one person like where you're at, and that person passes, it's hard to like look around at like stuff that like reminds you of them, after that situation. Like a lot of things happened, I'm not gonna go deeper than that because like y'all knew my grandpa for like being my support person, so like I'm gonna not go deeper than that.
Yeah, good. Can you get grandpa to say happy birthday? Yo, can you say happy birthday to Jamie?
Happy birthday, Jamie. Hope you have a good day.
After my grandpa passed and like all that happened, his memorial service and stuff like that, my best friend, which I would still consider him like one of my closest friends, like even still a best friend, I feel bad that we haven't like talked in a minute. You guys knew Devin, Blue Blaze, from the streams. He used to pull up like on like if something crazy was happening during the stream, he would literally just like drive to my crib and just like come and just be like, yo, like he would just pull up to the stream and shit.
And we're gonna play some intense motherfucking music.
I want to see big 50s in the fucking chat. I want to see him. Let's go.
Fuck?
Enter a raffle. Pick.
What
Close
the
the gates.
fuck? Yo, the gates are already closed.
That homie right there, and I know some people from the stream know, he really was the only person that was like, yo, like you can come move in with me. I tried to ask other people, I tried to reach out to people on social media and stuff like that, but let's also try not to swear too. That's something I've been trying to improve on. The video that you guys are gonna see like post week from now, I swear so much, man. Like I didn't even censor it. Instead of editing out the swears, how about I just like think about not swearing?
You're right.
He was like definitely the closest homie. Him and Tyler, shout out to Devin and Tyler. And I'm like, this is to Devin too. Like, this isn't even like, you know, just for y'all, but you know, despite anything that was wrong with the situation, that when I moved in and like, you know, maybe it was uncomfortable for them for having me to move in. Maybe it was uncomfortable for me and also for Devin because other things were happening around the situation. I wrote it as this in my script, but it was beautiful. And I want to say too that I am like forever grateful and I am forever thankful for them letting me to live with them. And I streamed a couple times while living there, but not a lot. Like I wasn't like, there wasn't like a set stone in mind where I was like, I want to content create. I was kind of just like streaming like off a whim. I was streaming just to like update the people that it like, you know, that cared. People like obviously wanted to know if I was cool and like good. You guys should know from when I was streaming, I was working at Amazon. But from some time down the line from living with Devin, I picked up a $20 Amazon gift card off the ground in the Amazon warehouse, in the Amazon facility before my route. They like a few days later, they pulled me aside and they were like, did you redeem a gift card? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, well, it wasn't meant for you. But then I was kind of like thinking to myself, like, I like wrote the story truthfully. Like I wrote everything like, you know, truthfully as I could be. And I told them straight up, like, I thought it was like finding $20 on the ground. I obviously didn't know the gift card was $20, but like, I thought it was like finding money on the ground, where I was like, oh yeah, I could just like, you know, take the gift card and, you know, use it because I found it off the ground, which is like, I guess it's not the way to go. But then like, if you find $20 on the ground and you don't know who it's from, are you gonna like, you know, look for the person, or are you going to just take it and then walk away? I feel like 9 times out of 10 you're gonna take that 20 and you're gonna walk away. Where I didn't like take the extra step into thinking like, oh, they're gonna like track my shopper's account with my working account and then give me an infraction for taking a $20 gift card off the ground. So then I had to look for another job. This is towards around like the mid section of me living with Devin, and it was Fedex. Fedex was the most I've ever got paid in a job. I was also in a relationship at the time. Shout out to you, but then also at the same time, if I was honest and if I could be brutally honest to her face, I am so sorry. Yo, what is going on right now? So I never made more than $20 an hour, and yet making that much too, I made the mistake of like scratching somebody's car. And granted, this is first time I ever hit a car.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Myself. Like, I've always had like my car hit by somebody else. Like, I never like hit a car. I called back my boss and was like, yeah, I scratched a car. And he was like, just finish your delivery and, you know, give me the contact of the person and send me pictures. Did that, you know, time passes like probably like a month or two, month and a half. I'd like just say that for safe reasons. After that happened, they let me go. And it was kind of like downhill from there. Like, you know, my girlfriend then like went off to Spain and shit. And oh wow. Yeah. Yo, chill. Let's not go off track. Let's go off track. So after that FedEx thing happened, I was like eager to find a job. I needed to get income, and I immediately got hired to Walmart as like a seasonal employee. So working there, shout out to the people that were at Walmart, because those people were chill. We used to talk about cards all the time. The guy that trained me, Andy, he was chill. Shout out Andy. Walmart was chill until like the season was hitting, and then I was kind of like, I could be getting paid more for the same amount of work. And that's when I started working at Deli, and a lot of people that I knew growing up used to go to that deli. Like, they used to go to that deli and like buy like breakfast sandwiches, burgers. Like, they used to just buy snacks and like their energy drinks there. And it was cool. It was so cool, like seeing some of the old school homies they used to pull up there. It was like, it was comfortable. Like it was definitely like comfortable. The boss was rude though. I remember the boss said I was like replaceable in front of my face, and all the coworkers were like, I'm sorry, like, you know, they were apologizing on his behalf. And granted, his mom passed, but like still, like being a business owner, like you gotta like remain professional, like to your coworkers. Like, don't lash out to your coworkers about like personal affairs. Like, that's definitely like a known thing. And then after working the like holiday season, I was kind of like, I want to make more money. That's what led to me working where I'm at now, which is Taco Bell. Good old Taco Bell, good old Taco Beezy. Throughout everything, you know, I've worked a couple fast food jobs. I never thought I would have to resort and have to go back to working fast food, and it was like, I mean, a big reality check. At least working at the Taco Bell where I was from, terrible. Do not go, go to the Elm Ridge Taco Bell. Don't go to the Dewey Taco Bell. You're gross if you go to the Dewey Taco Bell. Go to the Elmridge Taco Bell. So when I went from Walmart to Dell's Market and Deli, that's when I moved out of Devin's place. And, you know, like I said, I'm beyond thankful. I found myself having to move out, and like I was kind of like broken. I was like, where am I gonna find like a place to live that's on my budget? And I posted on Facebook. Luckily my godfather's mother, so I guess like I called her my fairy godmother to people. That's how I called her. I called her my fairy godmother to people. Overall, good people. Sean's a great person. Donna, who is my godmother, let me move in with her, but everything was set verbally. There was nothing on paper, which I wish, you know, there was stuff on paper. You know, I really wish, like, you know, it's really weird, right? Because with, you know, situations like that, especially when like you're doing favors for family and close family friends, I think a lot of things should be written on paper and notarized, because, you know, things do change up. When I first was moving in, I let them know about my situation. I've talked about my situations multiple times, and I told them that there was a couple things that like I need, and it's gonna sound bad, but like one thing is I want to be able to smoke, and by smoking I didn't mean like nicotine. I understand that the blunts were bad, I'm sorry. There was one thing that was made clear, and that was I could smoke the ganj,
The finest weed in the South Valley.
and another thing is I wanted a place for at least a year. Like I wanted somewhere where like I knew like I had time to like plan. Like I needed time to plan.
Oh, time war!
Needed time to like maneuver. Like if I was still there right now, I probably wouldn't still be at Taco Bell, which is crazy. The situation then led to they were gonna like move out of their place and get a new place. So I was then like, you know, told that I had to move out soon. And then I was like, we had like a whole sit down conversation about this. I needed a place. I needed a place that was one, stable, and two, like I needed time. Like I just needed time, and I didn't have time with that place. I was worried. And when it comes to decision making, as in when it comes to surviving, I am a great person. I am one of the best people that could probably like stay afloat, at least, you know. And my decision was I had to leave. I had to get the fuck out of there. Whatever money I had to leave. You know, some situations, you know, happened where like, you know, they're not my proudest, but like mind you, my mom was in jail, and I had no one to kind of like ask for advice or help. And I'm over here playing video games. I thought I had some time down there. First time ever having a living room to myself, by the way. Yo, that was so sick. I'm over here like I painted the walls in the bedroom. I installed shelves. I tried to clean up the place. It would get rowdy sometimes, like, you know, I would drink, and like it would get messy, but like overall it was definitely like, and I was definitely loud. I'm so sorry that I was loud, Donna. I'm so sorry that I was loud. That situation I had to go. So I decided to make the long trip, which then leads me to where I am now, and I am still working at Taco Bell. After my homies learned about the situation, one of my friends were like, yo, like, you know, my homie from where I live, like we're gonna be looking for an extra roommate. And like they kind of like gave me like the price of everything. They kind of gave me like the time span, and I moved in here like a month early. So I made the long haul. I made the trip from New York down to Texas.
Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
That's where I'm at now. I'm at Texas, and I think being at Texas, it's a nice place. It's great. I haven't been able to experience it to the full extent.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we should ride in swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a bitch.
Because I'm still saving up for a car. That's like one of my main goals right now, being here. So yeah, one of my homies needed like a roommate at the time, and just like the timing fit well. The stars were aligning. Usually throughout my life, I see the stars aligning a lot. So tell me that you've made decisions with an end goal. We're doing it like off a whim instead of an educated guess. Like you're just like guessing, like a random guess. Like if you ever like made decisions based off of that and got to your end goal, that's what I mean by the stars aligning type shit. Sometimes you got to make your own stars align, you know what I mean? So like I kind of made my own stars align, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going down south, being in the middle too, in the country, it's like, it gives me easily access to both coasts. So like, it's pretty nice. You know what I mean? I've never been able to experience the West Coast, but I'll easily be able to go to the East Coast and the West Coast, same price. I'm forever grateful for like, you know, the situation that I'm at now. I just want to don't take it for granted, which I'm trying not to do now. I am like trying to just better myself. I'm trying to like just move up in some sort of way, like get some progress in, which I think after moving here, it's shown like a drastic increase on like my discipline, my motivation, and at least my thoughts of like action, because like I've been taking action in some ways, but then I haven't been taking actions in other ways where it's like I've definitely been like, my head's there, you know what I mean? My head is there. At least I'm not rejecting the idea, you know what I mean? And I know that's like probably one of the bare minimums, but then it's like that's kind of like what sets the dominoes, you know what I mean? That's like what pushes the dominoes. Things also that I've been working on while I've been at Texas is like, one, trying not to go bald.
Why must every 11 minutes of my life be filled with misery? Why?
Oh, cheer up, Squid. It could be worse.
Yeah, you could be bald and have a big nose.
And two, I want to get myself in the gym. Like, you know, that's like one thing that I did in college, like kind of enjoyed doing, was like going to the gym. Somewhere after college that stopped. I think it's because I lost the weight. Like I was like, yo, coming out of high school, I was like 290. Yo, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I was 290 coming out. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that like nuts? Like, okay, so when you see like my old recordings or like my old videos, stuff like that, you see like how like bigger I am. Like I could stand up and shit. I'm not over here like trying to like show you, but like I'm big, but I'm at that point where if I go to the gym, I'll look good. You know what I mean? There's a couple things I want to say before I move on to this, or move on from, I guess, like the Texas arc and the present. You know, like stop trying to like take shit for granted and stop being lazy. Like, especially if you're in a position, do more. You know what I mean? Like if you're living with your family, like if your family's still around, like there's some families that are nurturing, right? There's some families that are like, they're gonna like let their kids live with them their entire lives, and in their mind they're like thinking like everything that I'm doing right now is for them. Do not take it for granted. You know what I mean? If they're really nice and they're just like respectful people, because it's like one of those things where it's like there's like a ceiling, you know, when you're trying to go like to higher tiers, there are people that are lower that don't have that, and then some people that even lose that aren't in that position yet, and then there's people that have that support system that, like, I hope you guys understand like what I'm trying to say. If you're trying to get to the high ground and you're already at the mid ground, it's easier for you to get to the high ground. But when I was on the mid ground, I wasn't fully trying to get myself to the high ground. I was more like, I was taking more risks. Like I was risking my shit. Like when I got paychecks when I was working when I was younger, because trust me, I was working since I was 14, 15. When I was getting paychecks, I was paying for my own shit. The shit that I wanted that I couldn't get, I was paying for. And it might be things where, like, you know, people don't know about, you know what I mean? And that's okay. But things like the setup, giving money back to, like, you know, the people on YouTube, Twitch and shit. Like, y'all knew, like, I was giving away a lot of shit. Like, I was like gifting people like out the wazoo. I was doing it throughout college. I thought it was like an investment thing. Like I was more like, okay, like I'll invest into y'all. Like y'all are supporting me. I'm about to keep on, like, you know, just I'm gonna help y'all out. I wasn't focusing on saving. When you have that system, like, saving is the best way. I think saving is the best way. It's hard to save, obviously, especially when you're just like sitting at home, dealing with mental issues, dealing with problems. Like, you can either satisfy them by spending money, or you could get the help you need, which still ends up spending money. But, like, you know, which one do you want? Which one do you want? You want therapy, or you want like your new, like, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess like the biggest tips that I could give you is, like, you know, planning ahead, especially when in times where you don't need to plan ahead, because it's like you should always be planning ahead. You should always be like thinking about the future. I'm just saying, treat things with care. Some things will start aligning for you, but then there's going to be a point where you got to align them yourself. Hopefully I can organize that in a way where you guys understand where I'm coming from. You know, now let's get into, I guess, the passions and what I want to work towards, because like everybody wants to know the goals. I've been saying for a long time, for like, it was probably like a couple months from now, where I said I wanted to do this right. And by what that means is, like, I want a system where I can pump out content. It might not be as fast as other people with editors, other people with more time, but I want to be able to pump out some content. And I think the best way to do that is that I could record the videos, edit the videos for YouTube, and then I could then take the clips from the videos and then post in a shorter content platforms, like, you know, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, stuff like that. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna go live. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna get content from live streams and like post said, I'm definitely going to be doing that, but it's not my main focus. My main focus is recording. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I am planning on posting every Saturday. Every week on Saturday, I'm going to post some form of content on YouTube that's not a short. It's always going to be a YouTube video, and then maybe, you know, unscheduled releases of TikToks, YouTube shorts, etc. But I'm staying true to this. I'm uploading every Saturday. Why is it Saturday? Well, it's a lot of people's days off. It's my day off. It gives me a day before to finish any editing. There it is. There it is. Any links, if you aren't following me on anything, you're not following me on like Twitch or TikTok, links down in the description. Drop a comment, bro. It's been a long time since I've talked to a lot of y'all. Been a lot of time since y'all seen me. Y'all have any questions at all, feel free to question down below. I would be more than willing to make a Q&A. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. I think we can get back to where we were at during COVID, post-COVID, before I made the switch to Twitch. And we're back, baby. We are back. We are back. Yo, we're about to... Saturdays.